What's up guys, Pikacharian here with another video, and today we're going to cover my top 5 principles for building muscle. Now, notice I said principles and not rules. Many videos like this one, they basically just contain rules, like train the full body 3 times per week or consume 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But you guys all know this stuff already, and it doesn't really teach you anything. And it might get you good results in the beginning, but if you just follow these rules blindly and never change anything, you're going to stagnate very quickly because you don't know how to navigate your way into the intermediate or advanced stages in bodybuilding. So instead of giving you guys rules, I'm going to give you guys principles to follow. Think of these principles like a roadmap from beginner to intermediate to advanced. And you can take what you want from these principles and ultimately apply them to your own individual needs and goals. Let's jump right into the video. All right, starting with principle number 1, quality of work is king, quantity of work is queen. In simple terms, the quality of the sets you perform is more important than the amount of sets you perform. Now, you guys know I'm a big proponent of basic old school bodybuilding training methods. High volume, high frequency training are huge tools to building muscle. But the prerequisite that many people forget is that quality of work comes first. And if you think just because you're adding in additional sets to your training that you're gonna grow bigger or stronger, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening, as you're likely just adding more quote unquote junk volume to your training. Now, you will find that you might need to add in additional sets to your training, especially as you progress, but only after you master quality sets first. And if you're training with quality work, you might find that you could actually get away with less than you think you need, especially if you're not performing them your best already. All right guys, principle number 2, work hard, then work smart. Most people are constantly in search of the smartest way to train, or the most optimal way to train. People who religiously follow the science-based community are guilty of this. And I've said this before, this information about how to train smarter, it's good. And many people look at this information and they say, because science says X, I no longer have to do Y. And they forget the very basic principle that hard work is the prerequisite to anything. And if you skip hard work, the rest doesn't mean anything. Working hard and being consistent will get you 90% of the results. Working smart will get you that extra 10%. But if you skip the hard work, you're never gonna make it very far, no matter how smart you're training. Principle number 3, progression is key. People ask me all the time, am I doing enough sets? Should I do more workouts? Should I train less? I'm not getting sore from my workouts. Is this okay? Or I'm getting excessively sore. Is this a good thing? Let me tell you my answer to all of this. None of that stuff matters. The only thing at the end of the day that you need to monitor is your progress. Are you consistently getting stronger? Are you consistently getting bigger? If you are, none of those other variables are a concern. Look at your progression over time and use performance as your main indicator. Monitor that above all else to determine if changes need to be made. And principle number 4, the perfect plan is the one that you can stick to consistently over time. Everyone looks for the magic formula, the perfect split, the perfect diet plan. There's no universal way to train or diet for anyone, but there are principles and guidelines. The 5-day old school mass gain program is a great example. It's a training program that I put together that manages training volume, intensity, frequency, and ultimately recovery. All the principles you need to focus on to ensure progression. But I tell people all the time, after you use my training plan long enough, or any training program for that matter, and you've gotten to the advanced stages in bodybuilding, we're gonna have to tweak your plan for your own unique situation. Not abandon it completely, but optimize it for you. And finally, principle number 5, no one cares if you're training harder than you need to progress. The bodybuilding industry is filled with ego. You have guys who have to train to failure every single set, or it doesn't count, or better yet, guys who talk shit about others who leave reps in the tank. You have guys who have to go to hell and back every single training session by doing insane amounts of volume. And at the end of the day, building muscle comes down to doing quality work in the right amounts consistently over time. Any more or any less will have the same result, which is stagnation or even regression. So forget about proving something when you're in the gym. Train productively, consistently, recover, and grow. And if you want a program that was designed specifically to build more muscle using proven old school bodybuilding training methods, I highly recommend you check out my 5-day old school mass gain program in the description below. And as always, if you guys want to see more of the best original bodybuilding content just like this, make sure to hit subscribe.